Hello, Tempe Elementary School District. This is a resource for home learning called Wonderopolis. First off, my name is Mrs. Himebaugh, and I teach 5th grade at Broadmor Elementary. And today I want to share a resource that I've enjoyed using in my classroom and that I've shared with parents of my students for them to use at home during the school year, and especially now during our at-home learning time. The resource I would like to share is Wonderopolis, or wonderopolis.org. This is a great home learning resource that can be adapted for almost every student, and I'd like to share different parts of Wonderopolis, what I think is effective for students, what I find the most successful for students, and some different features that parents can access at home. So first off, here is the About section from wonderopolis.org. And here, see, it talks about this is a place for natural curiosity and imagination. Wonderopolis is a free educational site. It has over 2,000 plus wonders of the day. And there are lots and lots of visitors from all over the country that visit the site and contribute to the site. There are comments from the site that Wonderopolis responds to personally. And these responses and comments that they're talking about are in the form of what they call wonder questions. So overall, Wonderopolis is a site where students can wonder, where they can be curious, where they can research information and topics that they find interesting, that are interesting to them. They also have these new platform extensions called Camp Wonderopolis and Wonderground that just add to different ways that your students can interact. So I like to share what I love the most about Wonderopolis. The first foremost thing that I love is that Wonderopolis is student choice and interest driven. I think we've all been there with our kids where it's like, I don't want to do that. That's boring. I don't like that. Or I've had students in my class where I say, hey, I noticed you didn't read or do this assignment. And their response was, well, I didn't find it interesting. So what I love about Wonderopolis is there are over 2,000 topics to choose from. They're going to find something that is interesting. They have everything from talking about ballerinas to talking about ocean animals to talking about why do zombies eat brains. Like, there are so many cool things and topics for students to interact with. I also think it's adaptable for younger and older students. This isn't the type of platform where you like sign on and you create an account and you're like answering questions like or multiple choice questions. This is a resource that can be adapted for your needs and the student's capabilities. So with younger students, maybe this is an activity that you would do with an older sibling or with a parent or a grandparent, someone who can help them read through maybe some of the tougher passages. And with older students, there are a lot of ways for them to extend their learning. So if it's on their level, they can kind of push past it with some different extensions. Wonderopolis also has a section called Wonder Words, where they focus on important vocabulary for students to learn in each passage. They also have a section called Test Your Knowledge, which is after your student reads the passage, there's a little comprehension check, which is usually about 3 questions long, that just helps the student check, like, did they really understand what the passage was trying to teach them? And then my favorite part is the Try It Out. At the end of each passage, there's a section called Try It Out, which offers extension activities for students to complete with supervision that makes the knowledge more applicable and makes it more of a real world situation. I love this because it's not just a homework assignment, it's not just a reading passage where you're like, hey, read this, improve your reading, but it's something that they can read, something they can learn, and then something that they can use at home. So this is what the site looks like when you first open it up. So I'm going to go to wonderopolis.org and I'm going to show you some features on the site. All right, so when you first type in wonderopolis.org, this is the opening homepage. Here, they always have a wonder of the day. So today's wonder of the day is, what would Earth be like with no moon? There's an option to listen. So this is where it's adaptable for those younger students. Maybe some students, they don't quite have the reading capability, or they might stumble through some of those hard words. So they have the immersive reader, so they can listen to it be read to them. It offers these questions for students. Have you ever wondered, why is the moon important to life on Earth? What would Earth be like with no moon? Do all other planets have moons? And then it comes into the article. Some great features too is it's not just a reading passage, but it also offers images for students to look at. So they can see, it will open up an image for them and they can scroll through images that are related to the article and its topic, as well as most passages, not all passages, but most passages have a video link to it, which is a age-appropriate, student-appropriate video that's going to talk about that content. Then here are those wonder words that I talked about. So the wonder words are highlighted here in this box, as well as highlighted throughout the passage. When you hover your mouse over them, it helps you with a definition. After you read the passage, students can then take the wonder word challenge. The wonder word challenge has them drag the word to the definition. Also, after they read the passage, this is that section I told you about, the test your knowledge. So students can click here and you can see there's questions, there's 3, and then just checks that comprehension. There also is, at the bottom of the passage, the try it out section. So here it says, find an adult who can help you with learning one or more of the activities below. And so here it offers 3 different activities that that student can do at home that just helps extend that learning and make that learning more meaningful. And last of all, this Explore Wonders tab. This is where students can really, this is where the student choice and student interest comes in. They can literally type anything and it will offer different choices and different questions for wondering. So what music is in your DNA? What is an ice quake? What is a mangrove? What is boba tea? What is a Yeti crab? What is COVID-19? What is busking? What happens to sugar when it dissolves? So as you can see, there are a range of articles that highlight literature, highlight culture, science, math, music, art, anything that your student is interested in. Wonderopolis is sure to have a question and a wonder. And if they don't, if their most popular topics or one of their topics, if they don't have it there, they also, so here it's organized by topic, they also have a section where you can submit your own question. So maybe you have a student who's like, hey, I want to know about this thing, and you can't find a topic for it. You can add that question to the Wonder Bank, and a lot of times these questions will be answered by Wonderopolis. So last of all, here's the Camp Wonderopolis. So if you are looking for more learning, Camp Wonderopolis is a free online summer learning area. So they have interactive STEM and literacy building topics, and you can enhance your family or your students' experience for the rest of the school year and throughout the summer by logging on and signing up for a Camp Wonderopolis. So they have different sections. Once again, that student interest and student choice, they have different camps for different interests. I hope this information was helpful, and I hope that you can find a way to use wonderopolis.org with your students and your family during our school closures and also into the summer. Have a happy, wonderful, safe time out there, and don't forget to stay curious.